Today is Wednesday, April 22nd, and I'm here to give you an update of what's going on out there. There's a few very important things that we need to go over today. The first one is that a couple of carriers are allowing you to sell their products over the phone. And they normally don't, or I should say Royal Neighbors is one of them. That we used to do telesales with them, but they dropped that product for over the phone last year. But now, of course, well, things are changing, and there's an important update with Royal Neighbors, so you got to be careful if you do use them, because the product has actually changed drastically. Hopefully it's just temporary. Some states are opening back up for business, so a lot of you guys are going to be able to be out in the field next week, or in the next couple of weeks, hopefully, as to where maybe you'd been hesitant because your states may be under basically a lockdown. And what else was there? Oh, final expense telesales. This is something that's important to talk about. Is final expense telesales the future for final expense sales? All of this and more coming up next. I'm Douglas Massi, and I'm going to ask you to give the video a thumbs up right now so that YouTube keeps sharing our videos with viewers that maybe haven't heard about us yet. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, you definitely want to do that now. We're putting out new content every single week. And check this out. If you'd like a copy of our custom memorial planning guide, along with, policy summary. You definitely want the policy summary. These are great tools to use whether you're selling face-to-face. What I do is I leave them with every client that I meet with. Or if you're doing telesales, if you're doing final expense telephone sales, both of these things are great to send to your client with the welcome packet. The memorial planning guide, well, it speaks for itself and exactly what its purpose is. But also the policy summary is a great place to write down, the monthly premium that they're going to be paying each month and the draft date. That way, you make your telesale and boom, you shoot it out the next day to them. Within a few days of you selling them, they have a welcome packet with more information. It'll kind of keep them settled down while they're waiting for the insurance policy to come in. So yeah, good news, important announcements. I was listening to the news last night. North Carolina is saying we're going back to business next week. We're going to start opening small certain businesses little by little. Georgia, basically the same thing. This morning when I went online, I noticed that by the end of this month, all states are talking about going back to business as usual, maybe little by little. So to me, what that means is a lot of you guys that are kind of like stuck under quarantine are going to be able to get out there and start doing something, at least little by little, and it really, to me, it's all about your comfort level. Remember, I've got agents, and including my wife and I, that really nothing changed. I mean, I hate to say it, but we've been selling part-time for over a year now, with the agents and the agency. We've got to provide service to them, so we can't really be out in the field selling all the time, but we still go out part-time. We've been going out every week except for last week, so I'll talk more about that here in a minute. A lot of agents have pulled the trigger and have either made the switch to do telesales or are in the process of making that switch. Thankfully, the good news is the agents on our sales team, a handful of agents started last week. Everybody made at least one sale. A couple of the agents did start in the middle of the week. So, and of course, the good news is the ones that started at the beginning of the week did better, made more sales than the ones that started in the middle of the week. So the numbers kind of made sense. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, oh yeah, Joe made 10 sales. No, this is brand new to a lot of these guys. Our top agent actually did made 4 applications out of, I believe it was 14 transfers. The transfers are awesome. The transfers work. The only downside of the transfers is you may only get like 3 to 5 of them each day. So it's not like you can, we can't guarantee you 10 of them. Well, you need time. It's got to be a couple hours between calls if you're doing it right. If you're using a really good final expense telesales presentation like the one that we use, where you're on the phone with the client, for like 45 minutes to an hour before you even start giving prices out. Royal Neighbors and American Amicable American Amicable are allowing you to sell their products over the phone. With American Amicable, they've only allowed certain call center businesses to do it. Now they're basically saying, go ahead, you can do it. They've got true Social Security billing, so you don't have to worry about them drafting wrong. Their product, the underwriting's a little tighter. But one of the things I like about their telesales process is if you need to make a change, maybe like something that you would normally have an amendment scenario, they'll allow you to do that right over the phone. So it's not like you have to, get the client to sign something or to sign an email or anything. They'll actually take your word about the change, about the amendment scenario. Royal Neighbors, Transamerica did this too. So beware. Royal Neighbors and Transamerica have added a virus, you know which virus we're talking about here, questionnaire. So things are different. If you answer yes, they're going to ask you questions like, do you know anybody who's had it? Have you been in contact with anybody who's had it? Do you have a runny nose? I don't know what the questions are exactly, but if you answer yes to any of these, your client, I should say if your client answers yes, they're probably going to be declined. Royal Neighbors of America has temporarily dropped the graded policy. So how their product, it has level and graded. They're not accepting graded anymore. I'm assuming this is a temporary thing because of what's going on with the virus. So just hang in there, but just keep in mind this starts on Monday. I want to say, I don't know what the date is, next Monday. But I would just say going forward, if you're writing Royal Neighbors, don't write the graded product. Is final expense telesales the future for final expense sales? Well, here's what I can tell you. A lot of agents will tell you absolutely yes. As far as I'm concerned, there will always be face-to-face agents. Personally, I can sell over the phone. I did it. I took 5 transfers last week, between last week and this week, and I actually made 2 applications, made 2 sales. One of the sales I kind of felt like it could have gone either way. Another one was definitely interested the whole time, the whole presentation. She was really good. It was 2 women that I wrote. But the one, it's like every 5 minutes in the presentation, she kept trying to get rid of me. She was like, is this going to be long? Can you call me back? She was making excuses. She kept saying she had to speak with her daughter about something. I've got to call my daughter about something. It's important. So, at the end of the conversation, apparently it wasn't that important because an hour and a half later, it was a small sale. It was the smaller one. It was like $38. The other sale was right around $90. So, the nice thing, and that's what I noticed, your typical final expense telesale average premium is right around $60, $65, as to where with face-to-face, it's more like $50 nationally. The live transfers, they work. They're awesome. I wish I could have a system where I could guarantee each agent would have, 1 live transfer every 90 minutes. It's just not reality. Basically what happens is after a transfer is made, and you're introduced to your new client who's interested in speaking with you about life insurance, what we do, the system waits an hour. And then they start dialing. The thing is, it's not like we can get on the phone and easily get the transfers. If the telemarketer isn't having luck getting the transfers, they got to take a break and go back. And that's why generally, at least we're able to do anywhere between maybe 3 to 5 transfers in a day. And that's the most we're able to do right now is up to 5. But the quality is so good. I mean, these people are interested in speaking with you about life insurance. And finally, yes, we are going out. My wife is going out. Mariana's going out on Friday. I'm going out tomorrow, Thursday. Right now, I've got 5 appointments so far. It's an area that's far. It's the furthest place that we go to currently, so it's almost a 3-hour drive. So I want to be booked up. Today we'll get on the phone. We'll see if we can't get another 5 appointments is the goal. I would love to go down there, do that long drive, have 10 appointments, and then get back home. I don't mind working a 12 to 14 hour day. That's what the producers do. Back when we were working full time, I was doing it 2 to 3 times a week. So, part-time, hey, it's nice to go out and have work for a couple of days, basically a couple of days worth of work, and come home with 5 applications. And that's usually what I average when I do these type of trips. And I've done better. Back in the day when we were really crushing it, I think my record was 12 applications in one day. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know next week about how tomorrow goes. For a copy of the Memorial Planning Guide or the policy summary that I mentioned earlier, both of these things are really good tools, whether you sell face-to-face or you're doing final expense telesales. Just shoot me an email at doug@ufesonline.com. Remember, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else is usually going to fall right into place. So get up off the couch and do what you can to do something good for someone today. Happy hunting.